Hey guys, so I shared a heartbreaking story out of Monroe County, Michigan last night, and I told y'all there was another one that happened the same week that was horrible and tragic. This is the second story. My heart breaks for them all. So, a Michigan teenager was shot and killed inside the home of her stepfather, and this was by her former bowling coach. The coach then reportedly turned the gun on himself in a shocking murder SUICIDE. That's according to police. So 17-year-old Gwendolyn Gwen Smith was a recent graduate of Bedford High School. She was shot several times by 38-year-old Ryan Least, and Ryan is a former volunteer coach with the school's bowling club. The incident occurred on June 14th inside the home of Gwen's stepfather, and that was in Bedford Township in Monroe County. According to reports, her stepfather, Matthew Kennerson, discovered the horrible scene when he got home that evening at around 6 p.m. It was confirmed that the coach Ryan died from a self-inflicted GSW gunshot wound, and that Gwen's was a homicide from being shot. Reportedly, the coach Ryan was married and he had one child. Police have not really said how he entered the home or mentioned a possible motive for the shooting. It was said at this time the point of entry and access into her stepdad's home is still under investigation. Authorities also haven't really elaborated much on the nature of the relationship between the coach Ryan and Gwen, but it was emphasized by police that Gwen did not consider the relationship between the two of them to be romantic. But I'm wondering if the coach wanted it to be that way and she wouldn't allow it, and that's why this happened. I don't know that for sure, I'm just speculating. Reportedly, Ryan, the coach, had just resigned from his job at a local bowling alley, and he had previously worked with the school's bowling club. He was not an official employee of Bedford Public Schools, though. It was said, though, that he had passed all required background checks in order to volunteer with youth sports in Michigan. Gwen has since been remembered as an extraordinary young woman whose presence left a mark on that entire school community. She will be remembered for her kindness and bright spirit and the joy she brought to all of those around her. There has since been a GoFundMe that has been started to help Gwen's family during this horrible time if you're interested in donating. The tragedy really reportedly shocked this community, and many are struggling to understand why such a horrible thing could have happened to such a loved and promising young lady. This is so horrible and tragic, and I really wonder what the motive was. It just doesn't make any sense, but my prayers are with the entire county of Monroe County. They have suffered so much loss this week. They said this type of stuff just doesn't happen there, and then 2 times in 1 week. Less than a week. For more content, be sure to follow and subscribe if you're over on YouTube.